And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Player profile time here at Coca's Pizza. It is the Canfield Cardinal edition, and this is Colton Tenney, the fullback and defensive end. So a big fella for Canfield. Colton, we sat here, we talked about your whole life basically revolves around football, whether it be lifting, the school aspect, obviously. But football is very important to you. Why?
Mainly just because I like taking aggression out on a lot of people.
Okay.
But like ever since I was little, like I went to the when we first moved here to Canfield, it was 2013. I went to the football camp up at the high school.
Yeah.
And that was kind of where I fell in love with football, and I have played every year ever since. I wasn't able to play freshman year because of COVID and everything, but I've stuck to it every single year.
So you said the aggression, the aggressive part of football. You kind of get to flip that switch off the field. Like, what would you describe yourself and kind of your mood and attitude and just general nature?
I would say I'm like a respectful, gentle giant.
A gentle giant. I like it. But as soon as the pads go on, you turn into.
Let's just say you don't want to be around me.
I love it. So where do you get that aggressiveness? Where does that come from?
To be honest, my sophomore year, because like I said, I wasn't able to play my freshman year, and then my sophomore year I came back, and I feel like all that aggression kind of left.
Yeah.
And then Coach Hurdley specifically like really wanted me to get more aggressive and a lot more meaner to, like especially on the gridiron. And I would say him and Coach DiGiacomo really pushed me to get aggressive, and every single day of practice I just continued to, hit people a little bit harder, and then I slowly got back into it, and then I just went from there.
Defensive end, fullback, you get to hit some people. So both on the defense and the offense. Do you have a preference which side of the football you're on?
Defense, 100%.
You love defense.
I love defense.
Okay, well, what is it about being, chasing somebody with a football that gets you going?
I would say it's the adrenaline that gets me going, especially like on defense. On offense, I feel like there's like a lot more rules. Like you can't hold, and stuff like that.
Fullback, you don't have to worry about that. Most fullbacks are just worried about who they're hitting.
Yeah, I think fullbacks are most worried about if they have to run the ball or not.
Well, that's true too.
But
do you get to run the ball? Do you get the touches?
A little bit of practice, a little bit, and then like I'll get it like once for like a week, and then like they'll stop handing me the ball.
Well, you got some pretty good backs in that backfield to be honest. When you're in practice and you get that football, what's going through your mind?
Got to run away from the big D lineman. They got Loose coming at me.
Yeah, you don't want Loose on you. No way.
Santino and DeLucia coming after me. I can't do much.
No way. So for you, is football? Obviously, it's an outlet, but what kind of outlet is it? And if you were talking to someone who's younger, who's thinking about playing football for the first time, what would you tell them about why you love the game so much?
I think football entirely just builds character in somebody. People say that life isn't fair, and football will show you that, if you're playing or not. But just don't give up on that. I think that's what it shows you as well. Just keep pushing through. Even if you're going through, say you're at the bottom of the depth chart, just keep pushing through, and then like for me, I just got put on like extra point field goal. I was pushing for that. And, it's just like one little thing to get me on the field. So I would say, don't give up, if you're not playing. But I would say for me, like, the outlet would definitely be because, throughout my school years, I've dealt with, like, a little bit of, like, bullying.
Yeah.
And I would say, like I said, like, I just wanted to hit people a lot. But I was, like, too afraid to do it in school. But, like, on the field, it's fair game.
It's a different ball game.
Yeah.
From your perspective, I mean, like you have so many kids watching you and your teammates on Friday nights that are looking to wear the C on their chest. What would you tell them is so important to you about wearing that C and having the cardinal on either side of your helmet?
I would say, what it means to me is, like our word this year, brotherhood. You've you've had that C on your chest since middle school in little cards, and you've just kind of grown up with it, and you're representing, a city, and especially winning state last year. You're representing a lot, especially this year, wearing the C on your chest and the Cardinals on your helmet. But I think overall, it's really just representing a really good program.
Coach just sat here and talked about how proud of this senior class he is because of what you guys have overcome, some of the historical marks that you're going to accomplish with a couple more victories and making the playoffs, and obviously all that has transpired in the last year after winning that state championship. What has surprised you most about this team and maybe even yourself during this senior football season that you've had?
A lot has impressed me. I would say that our group doesn't give up.
Yeah.
Like middle school, we had a really big comeback game against, it was some Youngstown school. But we had a really big comeback after halftime and everything, and I think we showed that again against Dover when we drove down the field and we scored and won the game, and our defense held through. So I think we just don't give up very easily. Anyway, I think we're all very, very close because we've all played with each other since, second, third grade.
Yeah.
So I would say, we're all a very, very big family.
I love that. So let's talk about your family, and the one that's off the field. You said mom, dad, and you've got a brother and a sister, but you're the oldest.
Yeah.
What pressures, as one elder statesman to another, what pressures for you come from being the oldest?
I would say, them seeing me go to football every single day during the summer for the past 3 years and haven't really got to touch the field a lot. I would say it shows, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep pushing, going to keep pushing through. And I would say waking up, especially for doubles, waking up at 6 in the morning to leave and then coming back at 3. I would say they're watching. They're watching, especially the older sibling, on how they're handling everything. But I would say I would definitely represent not giving up in a lot of certain situations. But yeah, that's what I would.
I love it, man. I'm getting a theme of you don't give up, and I like it. Who taught you that? Mom, dad? Who's got that never give up mentality?
I would have. I'm scared to say it. I would say my dad.
Yeah.
A lot more just because. And my mom, just because they've both been through a lot when they were my age, and they haven't given up. They kept pushing through, and I would say I definitely look up to them as like somebody who has my back.
Yeah.
Just the stuff that my parents have been through, and they're still here, they're still pushing through and everything.
That's role model quality, man.
It is.
So what piece, if you could take one piece, like a puzzle, right? Your mom's one puzzle, your dad's one puzzle. You could take one piece from each of them. What piece of your mom and your dad would you take to kind of put in your back pocket to be able to utilize the rest of your life?
I would say. Wait, are you asking if?
Like a characteristic. Like,
okay,
my dad's a hard worker. My mom's da-da-da. You know what I mean?
I would say I would definitely want to take my mom's patience with people, and I would want to take my dad's, never give up attitude, and just keep showing up to work every single day.
How has your mom showed patience? What is in one example?
I don't know. Like I guess with me and my brother.
With 3 kids, she's got to have a sainthood of patience.
Yeah. Yeah, with me and my brother, we obviously, because we're brothers, we fight a little bit.
Tell me you win.
No, I mean, I can't lay a finger on the middle child. You know how that is.
I know how that goes.
But I would say, just like the arguing that my brother and I sometimes do, she definitely shows a lot of patience with that. And then with my dad, showing up to work every single day. I mean, he would come home sometimes and be exhausted, and then he wakes up the next day at 5 a.m. and just continues to work. So I would say I definitely look up to that kind of work ethic, and the patience from my mom.
All right, you ready? This is going to be the tough one. What is one thing you admire about your younger brother and younger sister? I told you it's tough.
It is tough. I would say for my brother, I would want to probably take I don't know. I guess like because he doesn't really care what people think of him.
Yeah.
And I guess I would really want that. And what I would think would take for my sister is that, I mean, like she's 9, but like she doesn't like see the world as it is.
Yeah.
And I think I would like that.
Yeah.
You know, just to have in the back of my head, like she likes to see the world as, you know, sunshine and rainbows. But I don't know. I think that's what I would take from her.
Love it, man. Colton, it was nice getting to know you. Thanks for taking some time out. Appreciate you. Good luck, that not only the rest of the way, but hopefully in your future, man. By the way, what do you want to do when you get out of high school?
So I was thinking about going into education and getting my master's degree at Kent. I think that's something that I would definitely want to do, just because I've had a lot of teachers help me throughout my life, and you know, they also tell me, you know, not to never give up. So I think I would definitely want to be like that same impact on a couple other kids.
Love it.
You know, if that didn't work out, probably like law enforcement.
Very cool. I can see you doing either one, man. Yeah, you're going to make an impact no matter what you do. Colton, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
That's going to do it for this edition of Player Profile. Colton Tenney back after this on YSN.